Hello everyone and welcome to Hitbullseye. My name is Manish and in this episode we are going to discuss a very important thing which has happened in the last 1 week, and that is these people have won India not one but two Oscars, and that is what we are going to discuss. So Oscars, that is the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, that awards this particular award. It is considered to be the most prestigious awards in the world. The Academy of Motion Picture and Arts, they award these awards which are known as the Oscar Awards, and India has a really you know a really subdued performance at the Oscars till now, if we say. So this is the first time that two Indian productions have won awards at the Oscars. There have been certain Indians who have won the awards in the past, but those were not for Indian films. Those films were found by, made by Hollywood, and Indians worked in those movies in different capacities. So we will take a look at all that in this particular video. Let's get started. So this year, India sent so many entries to the Oscars. India's official entry this year was the Cello Show. So Cello Show, which is a Gujarati movie, that was India's official entry this year, and but it was not selected for the final nominations. So Cello Show final nominate नहीं हो पाई, but ये तीन entries थी इंडिया की जो final nominations में पहुंची. So the first of these was for the best original song, which is Natu Natu from the movie RRR, Rise, Roar, Revolt. ये RRR की full form है. So that movie's song Natu Natu has won the best original song. First, let's talk about the nomination. So first nomination was best original song, RRR's Natu Natu. Second was best documentary feature film. This was All That Breathes नाम की डॉक्यूमेंट्री जो कि शौनक सेन ने डायरेक्ट की थी, बट ये अवार्ड नहीं जीत सकी. तीसरी जो एंट्री थी, दैट वाज बेस्ट डॉक्यूमेंट्री शॉर्ट फिल्म, एंड दिस वाज डायरेक्टेड बाय कार्तिकी गोंजाल्विस and the producer was Guneet Monga. So this was The Elephant Whisperers. It's available on Netflix and I have watched it. It's a beautiful movie, talks about the connect between human and animals. Anyway, so these were the three entries, and out of these, two have won the award. So that's a really heartening fact that we are going to highlight this time. So first, if we talk about Natu Natu, this was India's first entry. So this song is from the movie RRR, and if we talk about the people who were involved in the song, so first is lyricist Chandra Bose. So there are two people who accepted this award on the behalf of this Natu Natu song. First was lyricist Chandra Bose. So Chandra Bose is the one, if I show you his picture, so Mr. Chandra Bose is this gentleman. So he is Chandra Bose and he is M. Keeravani or Keervani. So Mr. Chandra Bose is the lyricist. He has written the lyrics, Natu Natu, and composer is M. Keervani or Keeravani. Then the singers are Kal Bhairav and Rahul Sipliganj. Now these are the names that are important. Chandra Bose, Keervani, Rahul Sipliganj and Kal Bhairav. And Rahul Sipliganj and Kal Bhairav also sang the song on the live Oscar stage because they are the singers. And interestingly, this movie RRR, which has these two characters, who is actually Junior NTR and Ram Charan, the two South Indian superstars, the roles that they have played, and very few people know this, the roles that they have played are the real life characters. Although the story is fictional, but the characters were existing in the real life. One is Alluri Sitaram Raju, and another one is Komaram Bhim. One was a tribal leader and second was also a freedom fighter. So these are the two people who have actually existed in the beginning of 20th century, in the 1900s, early 1900s. So taking inspiration from their lives, this fictional story has been, you can say, woven around it and has been presented. That is the beauty of this story. Also, fun fact, in this song Natu Natu, if you have seen the video, at the background there is this palace. So this is the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's palace. So that is a fun fact. I am sure many of you would not know this. लेकिन ये जो पीछे palace दिख रहा है पूरे गाने में, that sky bluish, whitish, pinkish palace, that is actually the palace of Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. और ये जब इसकी shooting हुई थी उस time पे ये यूक्रेन रशिया वॉर ऐसा कुछ नहीं चल रहा था. So it was just a good location that they wanted. So they used that location. So it's just a fact that is quite amusing to me. Then the second entry was this, The Elephant Whisperer. So this is the poster from that movie, The Elephant Whisperers. So The Elephant Whisperers basically means there are people in various national parks of India who have been taking care of elephants. So this shows how the man-animal conflict can be reduced, how the man-animal bond can be strengthened, and also it talks about the lives of indigenous people and indigenous communities all around the world, how they help the forest and forests help them. So it's basically that kind of a relationship. And these days when we're talking about climate change so much, when we're talking about protecting forests and wildlife, this kind of a message that indigenous communities and the forests have a mutual relationship where both of them are fulfilling each other, this is something that had to be sent across. And I don't think that anything better than this could have happened, where a documentary depicting this relationship has won an Oscar award, which is the highest award in the world in this field. So The Elephant Whisperers is the documentary short that has won the award, directed by Kartiki Gonzalez, and quite amusingly, this is her first directorial venture. So it's a debut documentary that she has shot, and that has earned her the highest award that there is. And it is produced by Guneet Monga. Now Guneet Monga is not a new name. If you're a movie buff, you would know Guneet Monga has been involved in producing so many important films and documentaries before this as well. In fact, this is the second documentary which has been produced by Guneet Monga that has won an Oscar. Earlier also there was a documentary named Period, End of Sentence, and for that also she had won this award. And this documentary is shot in the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve of Tamil Nadu, and that is where the story is set. In fact, I read this news a few days back that the actual characters who are in this documentary, this man and his wife, they have been given some reward money by the government of Tamil Nadu, by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, 1 lakh rupees each. And not only to these two, a total of 100 mahots, or the people who take care of elephants, they have been given 1 lakh rupees each by the Tamil Nadu government as a mark of appreciation that their lives have got attention at the global stage. So this is the second entry that India won. Their names are Bowman and Belly. Okay, yes, that couple that is shown in the movie who take care of the elephants are Bowman and Belly. So this man here is Bowman. And it shows basically how there are people who are taking care of animals. The third entry could not win the award, of course, which was Shaunak Sen's All That Breathes. That was also on wildlife, it was about man and bird relation, something like that. But, of course, it could not win the award. Then, now this is the first time that 2 Indian productions have won the Oscars. Let us take a look at the previous winners of the Oscars. So these are the people. This woman over here was the first one. She is Bhanu Athaiya, and she was the costume designer for the movie Gandhi, which was released in 1983. The movie, which is, hands down one of the best documentaries ever shot. Not even a documentary, it's a full feature film on Mahatma Gandhi. And it was made by none other than the great Richard Attenborough, who played the role of Gandhiji himself in this movie. So for this movie, for the best costume design, Bhanu Athaiya, who is an Indian, won the first Oscar for any Indian. Then, in 1992, the Satyajit Ray, one of the greatest filmmakers India has ever had, he won the Academy Award for, honorary award, sort of a lifetime achievement award. This was the second one, won by an Indian. Then came 2009. Now in 2009, there was a movie which was released. It was made by a Hollywood director, but it had various Indians involved in it. The movie was Slumdog Millionaire. And in this movie, The music was given by A.R. Rahman. The lyrics to some songs were written by Mr. Gulzar, and the sound mixing was done by Mr. Rasul Pokatti. All these three are Indians, and interestingly, all these three won the Oscar awards for this movie. In fact, they collectively did not win 3 Oscars, they won 4 Oscars. How? Let me tell you. So, Mr. Rasul Pokatti won the Oscar for Best Sound Mixing for Slumdog Millionaire. That is one. Second, Mr. Gulzar won for writing lyrics of the song Jai Ho. So that is the second Oscar. Then comes Mr. A.R. Rahman. He won 2 Oscars, and that's why in the photo also he holds the 2 Oscars like this. You know, so one for the overall movie's sound. You know, for best original score. Score means, you know, overall music of the entire film. So for that he won 1 Oscar. Second was for the best original song. That is Jai Ho. So one for a particular song, one for the entire movie's music. These are the 2 Oscars won by A.R. Rahman. And why is that important? Because that makes him the only Indian to have won 2 Oscars. Right? 2 individual Oscars won by one Indian. That that streak remains unbroken as of now, but I hope that breaks very soon. So 2 Oscars to Mr. Rahman, 1 to Rasul Pokatti, 1 to Mr. Gulzar, and 1 to Bhanu Athaiya, and 1 to Satyajit Ray. So in total, that makes it like 6 Oscars that India has already won, and now we have one for the Elephant Whisperers and one for Natu. So that is India's streak at the Oscars. So that is like one by one like all the awards that I have just mentioned to you. So they are all over here. And also, India every year nominates one movie as the best foreign language film. You know, like this year it was The Cello Show, which is a Gujarati movie. But there have been only 3 movies which have reached the final nominations at these awards. Now, what are those movies? Those movies are, number 1, Mother India. Number 2, Salaam Bombay. And number 3, Lagan by Amir Khan. These are the 3 movies which have reached the finals of the Oscars, but of course none of these were able to win the best foreign language film award. Also this year at the Oscars, well, this is nothing related to the India's performance at the Oscars, but the category in which All That Breathes lost out. The documentary feature film that won that award was Navalny. And Navalny is a movie on the life of Alexei Navalny, who is the opposition politician in Russia. He's the one who is opposing Vladimir Putin. He's the one who is opposing the Russian war on Ukraine. And it was quite a spectacle at the Oscars when Navalny, as a documentary movie, won that award, and Navalny's daughters and her wife and all those people who are the producers of the film, they came on stage, and it was quite a spectacle because it was like geopolitics being discussed for a few seconds on the global global biggest stage of cinema. So that was quite a spectacle. So Navalny is the movie that is a documentary that won that award, and due to that, All That Breathes lost in that particular category. But I'm sure it must be a really good documentary, and it remains to be seen what India does in future at the Oscars. But of course, this is a watershed year at Oscars for India. India has shown really well, and we can just hope that this is just the beginning, that now not only Indians but this entire Asian and other regional cinemas are opening up at the global stage. As we have seen, the most number of awards at this Oscars were won by Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is again not a Hollywood movie. So that is a real hope that Asian cinema, including the Indian cinema and India's regional cinema, may have a good shot at the Oscars going forward. Not that we need it for any validation, but it's just that it's a global stage, and if any Indian movie gets acclaim at this stage, then we can tell our stories at the global stage. That is all for this particular video. Thank you so much, and take care.